snowman. No, warm hugs. Papa!
Elsa, what have you done?
Is ice cold?
I know where we have to go. I'm trying to listen. You will move all magic. Your power. You must learn to control it. She can learn to control it, I'm sure. Limit her contact with people.
The scene shifts to a castle in the Arendelle realm. That evening, Princess Anna, 5 years old, can't settle down and attempts to get her 8-year-old sister Elsa up for some playtime. Playfully brushing her sister aside, Elsa then says, "Do you want to build a snowman?" To which Anna answers in a fun manner, to which Elsa happily replies. Using Elsa's snow magic, the sisters dash to the ballroom and transform it into a snowy winter field while having a great time. Elsa dug the snowman she helped make Olaf, saying, "I like warm hugs." The girls play happily with Olaf until Anna leaps as Elsa slips on the ice, causing the power explosion intended to build a mound of snow to inadvertently strike Anna's head, rendering her unconscious and producing a platinum blonde stripe through her hair. Elsa shouts out in agony, and their parents, King Agnar and Queen Iduna, run in. Anna feels chilly to the touch as they check on her. With haste, Agnar and Iduna hoist their girls upon their horses and gallop toward the mountains. Dr. Calico claims that he can force Penny's father to divulge his secrets. All they need to do is locate a certain thing beforehand. After Calico's accomplice exits the premises, Penny and Bolt trail behind him from a distance. He vanishes as they pursue him down an alleyway, and a vehicle is subsequently spotted speeding in their direction. Bolt charges toward the automobile, tossing it over his head and causing it to crash upside down behind him. Penny uses Bolt's teeth to hold the car over a bridge so that Calico's colleague, who is still alive but imprisoned inside, will have to tell her about Calico. Although it appears that Calico is in Bolivia, they have since been located once again. With Bolt sprinting behind her, Penny unleashed a foldable scooter and swiftly rode on down the highway, pursued by a fleet of helicopters and motorcycle gang members brandishing electric gloves. They proceed to the airport when she uses her helmet computer to detect an impending aircraft to Bolivia. To battle the evil men, Bolt makes use of his many talents, such as heat vision to blow up the helicopters, super jumps to jump about, and super speed to get Penny away from them. She urges him to employ the zoom technique, where he holds onto a piece of rope and pulls her scooter at very high pursuit speed down the highway. One of the evil men takes out a bomb in the shape of a frisbee and straps it to a gas tanker that is passing by a school bus. Penny orders Bolt to fetch the bomb, which means catch that frisbee bomb, so he quickly leaves her and removes it, placing it on the head of one of the bad guys. Fearing that he has destroyed the final helicopter by mistake, the bad guy freaks out and throws it aloft. Realizing what he has done, he gives himself a forehead slap with his electrified glove. After eliminating every threat, Penny and Bolt go towards the airport. However, they are met with a seemingly endless phalanx of Calico's soldiers, tanks, automobiles, helicopters, and other military vehicles before they ever reach the airport. When Penny commands Bolt to speak, Bolt gets ready and unleashes his super bark, a supersonic roar that practically blows the entire army away. Penny carries Bolt up and uses her camera to snap a photo of him after he defeats the army, calling him "my good boy" and laughs at him. She moves over to the side and enters a trailer with Bolt's name on the side.
You saved the day. I'm cracking the whole campus!
So you have a lot on your plate today, but I've scheduled.
Can be rejected. I mean,
Listen,
I'm sorry. Must be listening.
well, you never know when it was. Can I get you a cot or a casket?
What I'm doing?
What makes you? Oh, what? New arm.
That's right.
Bowler hat.
What?
Okay.
I'll do no why. Which do you mean?
Good. You're smart. Bowler hat guy. Little girl. I don't have time for this.
It's okay. It's gonna work this time.
Seriously.
Try booking the session so we will both remember. Well, that was the day.
Our future awaits. Take this back. Okay, got it. Besides, you ruined your project. Future! The truth will set you free, brother.
Why should I fix a dumb invention? Sorry, Reagan. You don't know what I've learned.
I'm not the other one.
Somebody's gonna have to do one condition. I think
He tries to create a memory scanning device because he thinks his biological mother will desire him and wants to locate her. Due to his whole focus on the project, Mike Ugubian, Goob, his roommate, cannot sleep for days. This causes Goob to nod off during his crucial Little League match. Lewis is contacted by an enigmatic Wilbur Robinson, Wesley Singerman, during his school's science fair. Wilbur Robinson claims to be a time cop from the future. Wilbur claims that he wants to recover a time machine that was taken by a guy donning a bowler hat. In order to undermine Lewis' memory scanner, the evil bowler hat guy, Steven Anderson, sends Doris, Ethan Sandler, his robotic bowler hat with mechanical limbs. Lewis's gadget blows up as he is explaining how to operate it, causing havoc at the scientific fair. The bowler hat guy takes Lewis's unattended memory scanner as he dashes out. Lewis is instructed by Wilbur to return to the scientific fair and mend the contraption. Wilbur uses a flying time machine to transport Lewis, who is skeptical, 30 years ahead of schedule to the year 2037 in order to prove to him that he is from the future. Lewis discovers he can use the time machine to travel back in time and meet his mother as the guide shows him around the future. They fight and the time machine crashes as Wilbur demands he return to mend the memory scanner. Lewis agrees to mend it when Wilbur asks him to, provided Wilbur takes him back to see his mother afterwards.
No, you're gonna make me drop a. Wow.
I'm not moving.
You had like some terrible. If you find it.
Jessica, I need to do this. Downstairs.
Mirabella and I were having this every
Half in
more problems.
Dear, we lead to a drizzle, and a drizzle will lead to a... Lord, I mean, we don't...
A perfect night. Salud!
Joel.
Since everyone here has a talent.
Most graceful.
Mirabelle attempts to find out whether Dolores has heard anything unusual. Although Dolores attempts to avoid talking about anything odd, she does let Mirabelle know that she heard Louise's eye twitch. Then, Mirabelle follows Louisa about as she goes about her town chores, making any necessary repairs with her might. Because she is so powerful, surface pressure, Louisa presents an appearance of calm, yet it is obvious that she is always trying to outdo herself. She offers Mirabelle a back-breaking embrace and acknowledges that when Mirabelle brought up the cracks in the casita, she felt physically weak. To find out more, Louisa advises her to return home and visit Bruno's tower. Mirabelle slips inside Bruno's abandoned chamber where the enchantment of the casita cannot aid her. She discovers fragments of one of Bruno's visions in a type of cave after scaling a steep stairway and dangling to another ledge. When Mirabelle connects the dots, she sees a reflection of herself. Mirabelle gathers up all the shards and flees the chamber before she is stuck within as the cave starts to collapse and fall. Mirabelle discovers Pepper packing up the remainder of Antonio's stuff while she is in her room, but the strain of the moment causes a cloud of worry to gather over her head. When Mirabelle attempts to inquire about Bruno, Pepper, Felix, the rest of the family, and even the locals won't talk about him, we don't talk about Bruno. Whenever he had a vision, it would always come true and have bad effects on everyone. Specifically, he informed Pepper that it looked like rain on her wedding day, which prompted her to create a severe storm. When Mirabelle stitches together the image, she finds herself standing in front of the casita, looking very hurt. After entering her room and witnessing the vision, Augustine warns Mirabelle not to tell anybody what she saw. Sadly for them, Dolores was nearby and heard all that happened.
Report to your game.
Come on in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sweet golden medal.
Here's a four-letter word.
Video games, you got so violent. Get out there! Yeah, you must be upset.
Interfere with the first. Right, Pussy Willow's back to start.
Your statement. Sweet.
The program.
Wow. Busted.
Fix it. It might be time to put old Ralph.
We're out of order.
Peppers again. See? Cubertese is a little rusty.
On turbo?
Fix it, Felix Jr. Don't charge these batteries.
That can...
Ralph encounters Makarski, a soldier from the first-person shooter game Heroes Duty, when visiting Tapper in the hopes of learning where he can find information on where he may get a medal. Makarski informs Ralph that the winner of the game gets a medal. Sergeant Calhoun, the game's tough captain, greets Ralph as he arrives. He is the one who starts and ends the gaming session. Ralph's absence has not gone ignored, either, as Mr. Litwack notices an out-of-order indication on the game's screen after being informed by a girl outside the game that Fix-It Felix Jr. isn't working properly. Q. Bert goes to Fix-It Felix Jr. and informs him of the unfortunate development. Felix is concerned about this because if a game breaks, Litwack will have to unplug it, which would leave any virtual characters without a place to live. Felix then embarks on a search for Ralph. Ralph ascends the game's central beacon, which just so happens to be brimming with Psy-Bug eggs, after the arcade shuts to get the medal. But he unintentionally eggs a Psy-Bug, and it sticks to him. He runs into a nearby escape pod and exits the game in a frenzy trying to get the Psy-Bug lava off.
All the time, everywhere I need to be great unknown. Where I go, I'll keep going. Hey! Wanna, what's so annoying? For my boat! Come on! Maui, demigod.
Gods have given me.
Shapeshifter, demigod.
Sorry. And when you use a bird,
Dipti.
you can have the power to create things you don't even know how you. When you're staring at a demigod, when you were waddling yay, also I hung I guess it's guts. Sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. Come, go the one little away.
Thanks, bloody son of a...
Get my hook. You have yours, and I'm not. Good riddance.
And Moana, of Motini.
And it is a curse. It's to create life. It's a homing begin.
Thing, how far?
The ocean.
Yeah? The heart!
Forget it. You'll never. But I'm still not picking.
Now you're just the guy who stole the heart of this back?
Not past TikTok.
Then,
We get my hook.
then say...
Peter.
I'm the daughter of the chief.
Same difference.
No.
Nope. Right way.
Moana is still happy that Te Fiti's heart has not left her. She then understands that the water has brought her to Maui when she sees markings in the shape of hooks scattered throughout the island's rocks. As Maui gets closer, she retreats behind her canoe to brace herself, but Maui effortlessly raises the canoe with one hand, thrilled to see a boat. When Moana approaches, Maui stops her and starts bragging about all of his successes, song, You're Welcome, utilizing his mini Maui tattoo to highlight them. His accomplishments are represented as several tattoos around his body. Mini Maui objects, but Maui fools her and imprisons her in the cave he once called home as he plots to take over her canoe. Moana escapes the cave and jumps into the ocean as Maui sails away. When Moana attempts to catch up, the water helps her by dropping her right onto her boat. Moana is thrown overboard more than instances, but the water brings her back to the boat, and she begs Maui to assist her in repairing her heart. When Maui attempts to discard the heart, the water hurls it back at him. The ocean then pushes him back as he attempts to swim away. He says that the stone is a curse that took away his hook and that evil entities are constantly looking for it, not a heart. A spear strikes the boat at that precise time, just missing Heihei. Something enormous emerges from the mists behind them. Maui knows that the little, mischievous pirates known as Kakamora are the ones with the enormous ship and the little coconut critters. Maui responds to Moana's pleas for assistance, telling her that they must assist ourselves rather than the water. When he learns that Moana is unable to sail, he is horrified and does everything to get away from the Kakamora, but they use their spears to grab hold of Moana's canoe and get aboard. When they knock Moana down, her necklace's heart slips out. Heihei devours it, but he is taken by the Kakamora. Moana grabs the oar and pursues Heihei while Maui attempts to flee. With a series of crippling blow darts, she manages to get him back and zip lines herself back to her boat. The boats of the Kakamora crash into one another, and she and Maui barely make it out alive. After that, Maui is still apprehensive to give back the heart, but Moana persuades him by promising to make him become the hero he once was. Before she sets off for Te Fiti, she offers to assist him in retrieving his hook and begs him to teach her how to sail.
Nope. My way. Really can't talk about it. It's
She's a person. And it's
rock and roll. Yeah, well, normally I'm a tad more into.
I'm gonna,
Are we gonna? What is that? Right? Poison? But I just said it. What does that mean? You degenerate creature.
Put me on this, please. You're almost there. Okay, the other end is better. Now drop them both. Here you go.
Wolverine in there somewhere, but that monster's with you. But I'm always so vigilant.
Yeah.
Of the green-eyed man, it's the most wonderful person ever. Easy, Muslim. Guess I'll have to roll with the punches. Welcome aboard. With us.
But
Hurrah! Hurrah! So what we do here is we give the target a quick.
is there no way I'm doing this? Magic what?
You know, let it begin.
Wait!
Mittens, take my.
At last, Bolt loses his mind, leaping off the speeding van and sliding down a slope. He pulls Mittens along at his heels. Bolt, who considers himself usually more invulnerable, is taken aback by the landing's pain. Though he has no idea what blood is or what it signifies, his paw is bleeding. Mittens threatens him with a styrofoam peanut that fell out of the vehicle with him, but he distracts her by remarking, "That's an odd place for a piano," and knocks it away. His stomach rumbles abruptly, and he becomes alarmed once more, believing Mittens has poisoned him. Bolt learns from Mittens how to beg so that the people would toss food for the adorable puppy when they see him outside of their RVs. Mittens attempts the same thing, but when she does, she is tossed a pan. A little elderly woman who keeps many pet hamsters in one of the RVs. With the exception of one that is outside in an exercise ball, the most of them are in cages. He uses the remote to turn the TV channels. Bolt is recognized by the elderly woman when she leaves the trailer to obtain food for him, and the hamster follows her out of it. He believes that because of a little black area on his body that resembles a lightning bolt, they are identical. Mittens is shocked that Bolt exists at all, and he is even more shocked to learn that Rhino is welcome to accompany them. Not just because Rhino is an idiot who gets too enthusiastic, but also because she finds it hard to believe they wish to leave the RV park. Bolt is obsessive with keeping Penny safe. Mittens merely laughs at Bolt's claim that Penny is his type. Despite Mittens' conviction that they would all perish, Bolt and Rhino decide to leap aboard a train as it passes beneath a bridge. In order to board the train and go far more quickly than a car could, Bolt intends to use a banner that is strung above the bridge. Right before they drop down, Mittens learn that Bolt is just a TV dog. Naturally, things don't go as Bolt had hoped. They first miss the train, then as they swing back, they slam into it and almost fall off. Bolt is left hanging over the moving tracks until they both end up landing on the ladder, which then collapses. He is unable to release himself from the hold his leash is in, and if he stays still, he will collide with a little structure up ahead. Rhino discovers them at that very moment and believes Mittens is attempting to detach the ladder rather than hold it. When she objects, he continues to push her away while ignoring her, but she soon notices that the other screw on the ladder is loosening. The second one also slips loose when she attempts to keep it down, and they only manage to avoid being destroyed when Bolt's leash broke and they fell off the train.
Sayonara, sucker!
14 candy tree trimming. That's right. I try to be nice. Apartments can go. For 1 second. It's mine. It's precious to you.
Cybugs will chew up
What did I do, ma'am?
Cybugs. Viruses do not stop. Cohen, my cruiser.
Backstory ever.
Wait, ma'am! Helped you fix what Ralph wrecked.
Oh my staring introduction! To decide on who off. Calm down. Listen.
Beat me.
Bill.
Get back here.
What are you doing?
Now we got it.
Don't worry, we will have our race. Bill. Not glitch.
Who are you, the guy that makes the donuts? For this cupcake, I'll get my medal and I... What? No.
Bitcoin. Who? Come wins the cup at the end of the race. You are. Windshield and words. It's a rock.
I can see that. Get the...
In the kart racing game Sugar Rush, Ralph crashes. While looking for his medal, he encounters Vanellope von Schweetz, a quirky figure who steals the medal with the intention of using it to purchase participation into a race that takes place after hours. Vanellope tries to enter the race, but King Candy and the other competitors believe she's not really in it. While she is constructing her own kart, the other racers stop by and smash it, preventing her from competing. When Ralph sees this, he scares the racers away. She responds to Ralph's criticism by insulting him for his method of earning the medal. He becomes so enraged by this, especially when Vanellope abandons the hero's duty game, that he breaks a jawbreaker in half. Vanellope has an idea as a result of his incredible power. She tells Ralph that she may return the medal in the event that she wins a race. She then offers to give Ralph the medal back in exchange for his helping her win. Ralph takes her offer with reluctance. Following their agreement, they go to the kart bakery where the competitors assemble their karts and collaborate to construct a shared kart. But when a security guard spots some unapproved activities, King Candy and the authorities are called. Following a protracted chase, they elude King Candy's group by hiding in Diet Cola Mountain, an unfinished racetrack. It is found that here is where Vanellope lives. Ralph then instructs Vanellope on how to use her new kart.
Delivery! I gave you... Past gift ceremony was a...
Is gift or no gift?
Upstairs.
I'm on it. It's called helping. And I...
First gift ceremony since yours. A lot of it...
Okay, puppy.
I'm just saying I get it.
1 hour. But tonight, must go. Okay?
At the gift ceremony, everyone is looking.
Years ago, we come together one.
In addition, Bruno, John Leguizamo, Giulietta and Pepper's brother, is gifted with the ability to see into the future, but he is an outsider and the family avoids discussing him. Dolores informs the children that Mirabel never received a present, despite Mirabel's best efforts to sidestep their inquiries over her gift. Though she pretends it doesn't bother her, she is bothered by it within. Because Antonio loves animals, Mirabel presents him a plush tiger as a gift prior to the ceremony. She doesn't get along with Isabella because of her conceit about how flawless everyone thinks she is. Later, the family gets together as Antonio approaches his door and turns on the doorknob. Antonio is shown that he has been endowed with the ability to communicate with animals as the door illuminates and a toucan sits on his arm. In Waiting on a Miracle, Mirabel goes away dejectedly by herself, recalling the day of her gift ceremony and how, when she didn't receive a present, the door just vanished. She hopes she could be as unique as the rest of her family. The floor tiles start to fracture as one of the ceiling tiles falls suddenly. Despite Alma's assurance to Mirabel that the candle never goes out, it also seems to be going out. When the family returns, everything appears to be in good condition, leading them to believe that Mirabel is only making a fuss. Mirabel goes to warn the family.
Nice duet. Rephrase that. Look, I know how to stop. Oh, sorry.
Oh, whoa. Get your feet down.
I was raised in a castle.
What made the queen go all ice crazy?
Got engaged, but she said she wouldn't bless the marriage, and so she got mad.
Someone you just met that warn you about strangers? His last name.
Of the
You hate the way he picks his nose.
It's his matter. It's true love.
That's talking.
No. I'd like to.
Ben, go. No.
Why not?
Because I don't trust your judgment.
Christopher!
But you won't get your new sled.
Sven and Kristoff seek safety in the barn next to Oaken's business. Anna, who has purchased Kristoff's goods on the condition that he take her up the North Mountain right away, soon meets them. Kristoff nods grudgingly. Sven drives Anna and Kristoff as they depart at night. As the debate turns to Elsa, Anna recounts to Kristoff what made Elsa become ice cold. In addition, Kristoff finds it hard to believe that Anna would be so foolish as to propose to a man she had only recently met. In fact, he questions Anna about Hans to find out how much she actually knows about him. But a group of ferocious wolves ambushes the sled, cutting off the discussion. Although Anna is first hesitant to help Kristoff, she ends up being helpful and even kills a couple of the wolves on her own. The two experience a little fright as they notice a huge chasm up ahead.
Pac-Man. Fashionably late, per the norm.
Get rid of him, Felix.
Big, explosion or something. Anniversary, 30th anniversary. Big stuff.
Hey-yo, everybody! Evening.
Just here for a slice of cake.
Hey, look.
Dumb yourself, Mary.
And for Felix.
Hey, Mary. Picky, but this ain't make room. Here, we can take turns.
Only good guys win medals, but it will never happen.
Yes.
Good. That it will make Felix's medal. That's why he came straight here.
But he left the medal.
Excuse you.
Fight bugs. Climb the...
You win a medal?
Yeah.
You say you win it by climbing a building? Those medals,
Negatory.
What does that mean?
The protagonists of Fix-It Felix Jr. applaud the game's hero, Felix, but they avoid Wreck-It Ralph, the antagonist. Ralph declares he no longer wants to be a villain at a support group for video game bad guys. Ralph discovers that he has not been invited to the other characters' anniversary celebration when he returns to his own game. Sadly, Gene, one of the Nicelanders with a particularly nasty attitude toward Ralph, enrages him to the point of calling him just the bad guy who wrecks the building, and makes it plain that they won't think of him differently unless he wins a medal the way Felix frequently does to prove he's a hero. Felix grudgingly extends an invitation to Ralph to join them. Feeling hurt and disappointed, Ralph promises to go out and conquer the world in order to be respected at last, and he storms away.
Those medals,
Negatory.
What does that mean?
skills. Observe. Roll fall 8 times, get up 7. Practice, practice. 147 times the charm.
Dude! Error!
What's all the darn noise?
I don't know. Demand them anymore.
What is this? A volcano?
Harry!
This.
Owned and operated by Tsunami.
SpongeBob, looky here. Right back in this big old
Texas! 10-4, good buddy.
Sandy exits her tree dome and begins to sing a song about herself at the beginning of the movie. She explores the town on her robotic horse, Sparky, and studies fragments of marine life for her vocation in marine biology. When she comes to a stop in front of Conch Street, SpongeBob appears to demonstrate a jellyfishing technique he has been working on. A massive claw suddenly appears over the town. While Sandy rescues SpongeBob, Sparky loses his back. As Patrick, Gary, and all of his buddies are hauled out of the water, SpongeBob looks on in despair. Sandy looks through her binoculars to see the emblem of the lab she works for, BOOTS, which is located in Galveston, Texas. Sandy calls BOOTS, Kyle, and Phoebe, her fellow scientists, as SpongeBob sobs. The communication is subsequently interrupted. However, the broadcasters disclose that her lab is now run by Tsunami, is connected to Gushing Falls Water Park, and sells Sea Pals toys. In an attempt to learn the truth, Sandy makes the decision to travel to Texas with SpongeBob. Together, they ascend to the surface via a thermal vent. After hopping on the wing of an oncoming aircraft, they travel over Galveston before Sandy, gliding like a squirrel in the air, lowers SpongeBob to the ground. The residents of Bikini Bottom are terrified when they return to BOOTS and realize they are now imprisoned in a water tank. After using the computer to make sure everyone is in the tank, Phoebe and Kyle discover that Sandy and SpongeBob are gone. Sue comes in and tends to her mutant pet fish, Fishy, while belting out her own rap theme tune.
Love you! I think it's your turn.
Attention, alien abduction! See these? Airflow. These babies will wake me up. Well, who's gonna look out for you?
I'll look after myself.
Dance, Pucus!
Clocktail!
A crack. That's it.
Clocktail!
Flooded my first colony.
Beelzebub Pest Control. Busy man. Lot on his mind.
Do you have any references?
So, who does your thinking for? Me! Right here and leave the killing to me.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Stop!
To attack without provocation. No. We are
10-year-old Lucas Nickel, Zach Tyler, is the protagonist of this tale. He recently relocated to a new area, lacks friends, and is the target of the neighborhood bully and his gang. His parents, Fred, Larry Miller, and Doreen, Sherry O'Terry, are too busy to help him with his issues since they are heading to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, for their honeymoon. Doreen still refers to him as Peanut in public. His sister Tiffany, Allison Mack, who is devoted to music, is preoccupied with her phone, and his grandma Momo, Lily Tomlin, is a UFO and extraterrestrial enthusiast. Lucas terrorizes a big anthill in his yard as a way to vent his displeasure. He kicks the mound, stomps, and rants furiously at the ants, calling them little and foolish. Lucas is feared as Peanut the Destroyer in the world of ants. Wizard ZOC is working feverishly to produce a magical elixir using crystals in an attempt to solve the human problem. However, his lover would rather have an honest conversation with humans in order to understand them better.
We're making another door. This is never coming off. Quit that pull! Ow! Boys? Hey, Mom. Rick, you're sweating.
They didn't empty the dishwasher.
Thank you. Now, some of you laughed at me. Evolution! What is the word unsquishable on the planet? Unstoppable! A cockroach! What do you say about that, huh? Courtesy of the anti-villain. Coop grenade! Move in! Avian! Gotcha! There to fight your battles, you coward!
Gru travels to Lycée Pasbon, the school of his former adversary, in order to confront Maxime Le Mal, Will Ferrell, his arch-enemy. Gru is viewed as a has-been in the evil world, and Maxime leads the other villains in making fun of him. Maxime is declared the recipient of this year's prize by the school's principal, Ubelschlecht, Chris Renault. As he stands up to deliver his victory speech, he tells everyone that he has used cockroach DNA to boost his strength. Gru seizes the chance to place him under Anti-Villain League arrest orders. While Maxime battles Gru, additional AVL agents show up to take him into custody while his lover Valentina, Sofia Vergara, flees. After that, Maxime swears to get revenge on Gru.